Hi everyone, welcome to Conceptual Thinkers Talk Primary Math Concept with Teacher Ben. So for today, we'll be discussing about the question P from P6 Tao Nan SA1 2021, paper 2, question 14. So let's start. Now we're going to start by interpreting the question. So let's start to highlight. Now we have class A, B, and C and D collected waste paper for recycling. So using the information to answer the question below, so we know that the amount of waste paper collected by class A is 80% of what class B collected. So we have to complete the bar for class B, which means that we need to draw the bar chart here for class B. But before we can do that, we need to do some calculation first. So based on the question, we identify that the concept that we are talking about for part A will be percentage. Okay. So how to calculate the amount of waste paper that class B collected? So we have the information here. So we know that 80% of uh, class B will be equal to class A. So by reading the graph here, now we know that class A, right, will be under this line. So we know that it will be 40 for class A. So we can say that 80% will be actually equivalent to 40. So we can find the quantity of 1%, or we can actually find 10%. So to get 10%, what we do is we actually divide it by 8. So we can do the same for here. So 40 divided by 8 will give me 5. Then to get class B, we need 500%. So to 500%, we just need to multiply by 10. So we can actually do a multiplication of 10, then we get 50. So the answer for part A will be 50. So we're going to draw from here to here. Then after that, we can actually do a shading. Okay. So you must remember to touch this thing. Then after you can do the shading here to represent the graph for class B. Okay. So next, let's go to the next part. Now this part will be the kind of question that I feel that is challenging for P5 and P6 when they have to answer true false question and not possible to tell. Now this type of question actually also come out in P4, but it's not as common as not as common as happening in exam for P5 and P6. So let's interpret the question first. Now each of the statements below is either true, false, or not possible to tell from the information given. So for each statement, put a tick to indicate your answer. So let's understand the first one. So for part B, we need to know what is whether class C collected 45 kg of waste paper. So what we need to do is we need to actually go and interpret the graph. So you will see that for class C, right, you will be in the middle of 50 and 40. So if we take 50 plus 40, that will give us 90. Then we take 90 and we divide by 2 to find the middle point. So this will give me 45. So which means that for part B answer, it should be true. Okay. Next, let's look at part C. Now we know that there will be another class E that are going to join these four classes, and they say that the average of the amount of waste paper collected will become 45 kg. So let's try to understand the graph again. Now we know that for class B is 50, then class A is 40, then class C is 45 as we calculated just now here. Then for class D, you notice that it's the same number as class C. So this will be 45 also. So if we do a calculation here, let me use another color. So this is pertaining from B. So let's look at C. So if we calculate what is the average, so average will be equal to the total divided by number of data. So in this case, for part C, right, the concept that we are doing here is average. So let's implement the calculation for average. So we know that to get the total, we need to sum up all the quantity of waste paper. So we just do this addition, then plus 45. So this whole thing will be divisible by 4 because there will be 4 classes here, right? So if you do a calculation for this, you notice that the average for the class should be 45 kg for these 4 classes. So now imagine you introduce another new class in to this. So what will happen is the total will change, right? The total will change. So and also the number of data here will change to 5. So now we don't know the total. What is the amount of waste paper collected for class C? Now this will be the one that actually help us to understand about what to fill up for the column here. Now if class C, sorry, class E, let me just do a scenario. So if class E, right, is more than 45, so let's say that class E is 50 kg in terms of the waste paper. So what will happen is the average, right, will increase to more than 45 kg, right? Because now currently is 45 kg for average for the 4 classes. So if I add in one more class and that amount of waste paper is more than 45, that will definitely push up our average, right? So if it's more than 45, yes, then we will have higher than 45 in terms of the average. If E contribute 45 kg, then this sentence will be true because the average doesn't change, right? You add in a 45, then we also add in another data below in terms of the calculation. The average will be the same. But if E, right, is less than, if E is let's say is 30 kg, which is less than 45, right? Then what will happen is our average will go down, right? Average will go down. So because the question didn't tell us what is the amount of waste paper collected for class E, then we cannot conclude whether it's actually 45 or it's not 45. Hence, the answer for this question should be not possible to tell. Okay, this is the a bit of like a logical thinking that we need to actually ask ourselves when a particular thing happen, situation happen, what should be the situation be. So this is the kind of question that we need to take into consideration and analyze it. That is why I say that for true, false, not possible to tell, that will be slightly challenging for P5 and P6. So with this, we come to the end of the uh, video. So please don't forget to follow us on our YouTube channel, Conceptual Thinkers, or you can actually follow us on our Facebook, Conceptual Thinkers Mathematics and English Hub. So if you have any question that you wish that we can go through or to present as a video, please let us know. You can put it in the comments box below. So feel free to ask us anything, then we will try our best to get back to you. Okay, so that's all for this video. I will see you in the next video. Thank you. Bye.